Catrina again, and I'm so excited I'm going to be doing another episode. So this episode, I decided that I was just going to do another episode in the kitchen, but this time I'm going to be baking, not cooking. There's a big difference. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm going to be showing you how to make homemade cinnamon bread. So this episode, I decided, since, chefs, they wear chef's hat, but since I'm a baker, I'm just going to be wearing an apron, not like a chef's hat like I did on my last video. I hope you like my apron. The exterminator. Oops, I mean the Terminator. So let's get started. So I'm going to show you all the ingredients you'll be needing. So the first ingredient is we're going to need some olive oil, some sugar, then we're going to need water, warm water, and then yeast and flour. And then I just have one large bowl, a spatula, a rolling pin, and then some tablespoon and teaspoon measurements. So I'm really excited about making this, and we'll have the recipe listed below, so let's get started. I said olive oil, but you can actually use vegetable oil or olive oil, so yeah. So we're gonna start by putting our warm water into our bowl and then dissolving our sugar into it. Now we're gonna mix it. So just keep stirring until all of the sugar is dissolved into the water. Now you're gonna add your yeast. So now we're just going to mix it all up until it's kind of like not perfectly mixed in. It just has to be about like this much, maybe a little bit more. And then, yeah. Now we're gonna let it sit for 10 minutes or until it's foamy. So now it's all bubbly and okay, so as you can see, I grew in the last couple minutes. So along with the yeast. And so now it's all bubbly, and now what I'm just gonna do is I'm going to add my olive oil, and then I also forgot to tell you that we were going to be adding salt too. So I'm just going to add my olive oil, and then I have some sea salt, and I'm gonna add some salt. So now I'm just gonna mix it all up. So now we're just going to add our flour 1 cup at a time, stirring in between each cup, and yeah, it's gonna be cool. So I'm just mixing my flour in. This is my first cup, so it's kind of pretty watery right now, but between each cup it's gonna get less watery. So I'm on my 3rd cup right now, and it's getting a little bit stiffer. So it's gonna be good. Yeah. So after you've added your 4th cup, you can start kneading the flour in with your hands, because it's probably going to be easier because this is getting kind of tough. So it's really soft and sticky right now. So I'm just going to keep kneading it and adding flour until it's like a smooth ball of dough. So I oiled my bowl like I did in the last video. So now I kneaded this ball for about 5 minutes. We kneaded this ball for about 5 minutes. And so now I'm just gonna put it in my bowl. And we are just going to cover it with a towel. And I'm gonna put mine in the oven to rise, of course not with the oven on. And I'm just going to let it rise for between 30 minutes to an hour, or until it's doubled in size. So the dough rose a lot. It's really good. And I'm really excited to start making these. But before I do anything else, let's watch Bentley questioning time.
Hi guys! It's time for Bentley questioning time.
Bentley questioning time.
Hi Bentley.
Hi Catrina.
Well, I'm excited about asking all these questions today. So the first question I decided to start by asking you is, what grade are you in?
I'm officially enrolled in 4th grade.
Oh, that's cool. Wow. So you're pretty smart, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Okay, so the next question is, what do you think the most important thing that you do is every day?
Well, like the important thing?
Yeah, like every day, something that you do every day. What's the most important thing out of it?
Well, I needed to score the most important thing.
Okay. Score the most?
School.
Oh, schools. Sorry, school. Okay, that's good. Okay, and the final question is, what do you think the most important thing is for your health?
I think it's cucumbers.
Cucumbers? Okay. Sorry, the cat got in the way. Well, that was Bentley questioning time.
Please leave a comment below of what questions you want Catrina to ask me. Bye!
That was a really good Bentley questioning time. So now we're just going to divide our dough into 2 equal parts. So I've divided it into 2 equal parts, and now we have to grease our bread pans, and then I'm going to roll the dough out into a rectangle. So how I'm going to do it is I'm going to take my pan, and you just have to make sure that it's about this wide. It has to be the same amount of wideness as it is in the pan. Then you just make it very long, like about that long, like that, about that measurement. It just has to be equal with your pan. So you have to make it like that, so that it's equal enough with your pan, like that wide. So I'm done rolling it, and it's about this. See, if you take the pan, it's the same width as the pan pretty much all the way through. So next we're just going to get some butter. You can either get softened or melted butter. If you get melted butter, you can brush it on with a brush. If you get softened butter, you can just spread it on with like a butter knife or something. So see, I have really soft butter, and so I'm just going to spread like about that thick of butter all the way around the whole thing. So I finished spreading butter all over the dough. So now I'm just going to make a cinnamon and sugar mixture. I never measure any of my butter, sugar, cinnamon. It's just easier that way. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna pour like about that much sugar into your bowl. And then you have to just like add about like that much cinnamon probably. Then you just mix it all together with your spoon. And I kind of just see how much cinnamon and sugar you're supposed to put, like you just look at how dark the sugar is. It's supposed to be like maybe a little bit darker than this. So now you're just going to sprinkle this evenly all around your dough, making sure that you don't make sure that you get like your edges too. So I sprinkled my sugar, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna roll it all up like I would a cinnamon roll. So you just take it from one end and you just start slowly rolling it up. Make sure that you get it pretty tight. So I've finished rolling it up. It looks a little bit like messy here, but it'll look really good when it comes out of the oven. So now I'm just going to carefully pick it up and put it into my greased pan, like that. It's okay if it's not like perfect. And now I'm just going to cover it with a towel and let it rise for another hour. So they finished rising, and now we're just gonna put them in the oven for 30 to 40 minutes or until they're golden brown. So I'm just going to put these in my oven. So I just pulled both the loaves out of the oven and they look really good. So now I just am gonna take my extra butter from buttering them, and I'm just going to like rub the tops like this just to make them like smooth, and it gives them extra flavor. So yeah. So now I'm just gonna let them cool for about an hour before slicing them. So it's all cooled, and now we're just going to cut it. So I cut a slice off and it looks really good. It's really swirled and everything in the middle. So yeah, that was a lot of fun making, and it looks really good. Thank you so much for watching this Catrina episode. Please subscribe, and please leave questions for Fentley or comments on what you want us to do for our next video, because we really enjoy it. And we haven't been getting any comments lately. Yeah, so just thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye!